everyone, I'm Dr. Nisha and Jacob from Career Guidance and Adolescent Counseling Cell Alapura. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a story that sounds like it's straight out of a spy novel. But it actually happened right here in our neighborhood just last year. We are breaking down a report by Suhasini Haidar, the diplomatic editor of The Hindu. Suhasini is a veteran journalist who has reported from conflict zones like Kashmir, Libya, and Syria, and was even injured on a bomb blast while reporting in 2000. Today, we are looking at her investigation into how India and Pakistan fought a parallel war, not with missiles, but with lobbies in Washington during the 2025 conflict known as Operation Sindoor. First, let's talk about what happened in the ground. In May 2025, after a tragic terrorist attack in Pahalgam, India launched Operation Sindoor. India targeted 9 terrorist camps across the border using precision missile strikes. Did you remember the response? Pakistan retaliated with a massive air and artillery attack, targeting Indian bases and even religious sites. By May 10th, both sides agreed to a ceasefire after heavy damage was inflicted. But while the guns were firing at the border, a different kind of battle was raging in the offices of Washington, D.C. Suhasini Haidar's report, based on US government filings. It reveals that Indian embassy hired a high-profile lobbying firm, SHW LLC, headed by a former Trump aide. India paid this firm nearly $9 lakh for just 6 months of work. The firm was making frantic calls to the White House and the National Security Council on the very day of the ceasefire. What's the strategy? They were not just discussing the conflict. They were managing how the media covered it and trying to protect India-US trade conversations while the war was going on. This marks the first time India has been using lobbies so directly to set up high-level government meetings instead of using traditional diplomats. Pakistan was not sitting idle. Suhasini and other reporters, they discovered that Pakistan ran a parallel search in Washington. They made over 60 contacts with US officials to try and stop India's operation. They even tried to use Pakistan's mineral wealth worth millions as leverage to get United States support. They were pushing a specific narrative about Kashmir to the American public while the crisis was unfolding. One of the most striking points in the reporting is about the Indus Waters Treaty. During Operation Sindoor, India briefly held the 1960 treaty in abeyance. The message is clear. Blood and water cannot flow together. This move gave India control over the key rivers like the Jhelum, Chenab, which could have had catastrophic agricultural effects on Pakistan. This was a known kinetic warfare, using economics and natural resources as a strategic weapon. So, why we have to care about lobbies in Washington? This shows that modern conflict is multidimensional. It's not just about who has the better missiles, it's about who has the better narrative and the better intermediaries in global power centers. This also reveals where our tax money goes. When a crisis happens, The speed architecture of diplomacy, how fast a government can reach out to the world, can prevent a full-scale war. Understanding these hidden lanes of influence, as Suhasini Haidar does so well, helps us to see the true complexity of national sovereignty. I'm Dr. Nisha and Jacob from Career Guidance and Adolescent Counseling Cell, Alapura. Stay curious, stay informed. See you in the next one.